Okay, we're live. Welcome to Saturday morning, that was a big clap, Square It game. Now, you might have joined us last night, or you might not. If you have joined us last night, then you've got a bigger challenge than those that haven't, because I expect you to actually, well, know where to go to beat me. So please do draw out the, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 grids. This is just 9 dots and it's got to be nice and square. Okay, now you can download the resource, and if you download the resource you will find it at, let me find it and sort it, and got to find it on the Making Maths Fun for Kids of All Ages. If you're not part of the group, please do join the group. And if you are part of the group and you think it would be a benefit to other people, please tell other people. Please, if you've got a Facebook account yourself, please share it. And if you don't, can you get your grown-ups to share it, please? Because that would be really helpful if you think it would be of help to other people. Now, I am looking for the link. Here we go. Found it. I'm going to put the link right here in the comments so you can download that. And no. That's not the link. If you're regulars here, then you'll know that this is, oh, that's why, because I'm pressing V instead of C. Yes, there you go. Right, got that one. And now share it. We've got, oh, I was going to say we have 1 minute left, but we don't. We don't have 1 minute left. So, right, so this is the grid. I've just posted the resource. Please download it if you can. You can print it if you want to, or simply draw out the grids. I've got a 9 dot, 16 dot, 25 dot, and 64 dot, no, 66 is 36 dot grid there. And we're going to play the game. So the principle behind this game is it's one of those games that takes a moment to learn and not quite a lifetime to master. It's not like chess where it takes a lifetime to master. It's a game that you can win. You can definitely win. So it's play for fun and think to win. One last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start a watch party. And if you'd like to share, please do go ahead and share. That'd be lovely. I'm going to put this in the watch party. There's the resource. Go ahead with that. And we're going to get started. Oh, silence my computer. And I'm going to make sure that you can see what I think you can see. No, not Discord. It's Zoom. Excuse me. Right, here we go. And this, oh, that's Discord. I opened Discord by mistake. Bye-bye, Discord. Shut down. Shut down. So I found it discovered that it's a really, really useful communication channel when you've got lots of people who just want to speak. It's really, really useful. If you don't need video, it's fine. Right, we're on. And here we have our dots. And there's Tweedy. It's my friend Tweedy. It's a lovely, beautiful stage performer who is absolutely hilarious, funny, rolling on the floor, make you laugh. Right, so what we've got here, got 1, 2, 3, 4 grids. One's a 4 by 4, and the way it works is 4 by 4, 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 9 dot grid. I'm going to start with that. So if you've got any younger learners, it's a good way to start for anybody. So I'm going to be Piggy in the middle. I'm going to go first. There's two people, so you can have multiple people playing. But and you're just sharing one 9 dot grid between 2 people, and you can have lots of people around a table or in a room or on Zoom playing, so you can identify the pieces. So I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to be Piggy in the middle. I'm going to see if I can stop green from making a square. So green says, Well, I'm going to go here because I want to stop red from making a square there. So red says, well, where's green going to make a square? Well, I can't see where green's going to make a square. So I'm going to go here. And if I go here, then I can make a nice square there. And green says, I'm going to stop red from making a square. I'm going to make a dot there. So now, wait a minute. Has green succeeded in stopping red from making a square? Is there anywhere that red can place a dot that is going to make a square? I can't see anywhere. Can you? Remember, think for fun, whoops, play for fun and think to win. Well, I'm not quite putting my thinking cap on here. I'm doing this for a reason. Having said that, the very first time I played this game, this is pretty much what I did. So I'm going to go there because I like straight lines, and I'm just being helpful because I want to show you something. So green says, oh well, I don't think anyone is going to win, but we're going to continue just because. So red goes, well, I'm going to complete that triangle there because nobody can win this game anyway. So I'm just going to complete that triangle. I'm going to make a cross. I'm going to aim to make a nice cross across there just because I want to continue playing the game. And then green goes, I've won. And red goes, what? No, nobody won that one. We were just playing for fun just then. Can you see? I'm going to bring it slightly closer to the camera so you can see nice and clearly. There you go. Can you see where green has made a square? Can you see it? That is kind of a key to the game. I'm getting a nod over here. I've got a little audience here. I'm getting a nod. Rose has seen the square, and it's not a horizontal square. Square, it doesn't matter which way a square goes, it's still a square. This one is what we can call a tilted square. It's still a square, absolutely nothing different about it except for the fact that my lines aren't straight. But can you see it? If we untilt it, it might look the way you normally see a square. It's still a square, and that's a nice little thing you learn from this, hopefully, that a square is a square is a square is a square, no matter if it's tilted or not. Right, so does that give you any clues? Now we're going to just have a look before we go on. I'm going to see if we can find all the squares in this block. We've got the 9 by 9, the 3 by 3, the 9 block. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 squares across the middle. Then we've got the green tilted square. Are there any other tilted squares there? So is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see any other squares? What do you think? The one square we haven't counted is the really obvious. I'm not going to put it through the dots so that you can see the square, but it's the one that goes through all the dots around the outside. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 squares. So if you've got young learners, we're going to do another session at 10. And we're going to play with squares, just basically squares, joining dots to make squares. But just there's that perfect age where your young learners just old enough to really start finding that. So that's a nice way to all of these squares you can play, and that's a nice mathematical activity. Actually find all the squares. If you think you can find them all, and can you prove it? Can you prove to your satisfaction? Systemize what you're doing and actually log it in such a way that you're absolutely certain that you have found all the squares. Right, so the next one. So where shall I start? Where shall I start? Let me see if we've got any comments. Where shall I start the next one? Where should we put the green dot? Was it the red dot? The first dot. Hi, Casper von Hadwide. Russell, hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Evelyn. I hope it's nice and sunny in Bognor. And Oh, hello. I think we're from Poland, I think. I'm not 100% certain where. No, I don't know. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but it's lovely to see you. And then do we have anybody else? So anybody, any comments? Anybody have any suggestions of where we should start the next one? I'm seeing if we've got any comments here. Do we have any suggestions? And over here, perhaps. Any suggestions, anybody? Right, okay, well, let's proceed. I've lost the live. I mean, the watch party. Never lose the watch party. If you lose the watch party, you're... Oh, found the watch party. Yay, okay. So, nobody's actually made a suggestion. It is delayed. There is a delay. So I'm going to go with, what? Oh, there isn't one in the middle. Well, nearest one to the middle, I suppose, maybe, would be here. I'm not quite sure how effective that is. This is one of those you kind of learn strategy as you go, unless you're a really, really sharp thinker and just work it all out in one go. Let's see how we're doing. Can you see what I'm doing? Can't see that very clear. Oh, yeah, that's all right. I'm looking at the wrong screen, that's why. Go to that one, not Discord. Don't fire off Discord again. There we go. Right. So, well, green is going to stop red from making a small square, but not a whole lot more than that. So red is going to stop green from making a small square. And red thinks, oh, right, that's all right. I'm going to make a square very soon. So green says, well, I'm going to go over here. Now red's thinking, what's green doing? Is green being sneaky again? Don't know, but I think if I go here, at very least, I'm going to, oh no, if I go there, then green can go there and green could make a square there. So I'm going to go there. I think if green doesn't notice I'm about to make a square, then I could win. Well, green says, no, no, you don't. So green's stopping red there. Now, red. Oh, I know, red says, right, we're going to go for a big square all the way around the outside. That's what we're going to do. So kind of limited on my options now. And green goes, yeah, that's all right, you can do that. I'm going there. And red's like, well, why? Because you can't make a square. Ah, wait a minute, you can make a square there. So I'm going to put my one there, and then I'm working towards a big square all the way around the outside. Woohoo, this is great. And green goes, so where are you thinking of going next, red? And red says, oh, I'm going to go there next. So are you sure? And red says, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to go next. In that case, I'll stop you from going there. Wait a minute, I've changed my mind. Where should green go next? That's the question. Where should green go next? Should green go here to stop red from making the square? Well, you know where green's going to go. Green's, whoa, my pen's leaking. Green's going to go right. Yeah, a very sad pen. It's actually leaking. There we go. Green's going to go there. And again, can you see the square? Because green says, I've won. And red's like, no, you haven't. You haven't made a square. And green said, oh, yes, I have. Rose is nodding her head like crazy. Rose has seen the square. And guess what? It's a tilted square. So it's going to go here. So we've got a tilted square there. And then you can see if you can spot all the squares in the grid. So you're going to have all the small individual squares. Then you're going to have one by one tilted squares. And then you've got these larger length tilted squares. And then you've got several tilted squares. You've got to find them all. And then you've got medium size, which we didn't manage to get any of those, I'm just going to draw them out. You've got this medium size, the 3 by 3 squares. You've got a few of those, and then you've got the big square around the outside. So finding all the squares is a fun challenge in of itself. Not only that, if you do it with nice fun colors, it's really pretty. So I really like this. So the one I did last night, actually I like the colors more, but you couldn't see them as much. So oh, that's really cool. I've used a really thick pen. I've just noticed that it's so thick. I've actually made 2 sheets at one time. So I've got one for the next session. Okay. So the next thing is do the same again for this one. Now this time I am going to start in the middle because I've got a center dot for this one. So that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that stops green from putting there. Now now we're going to play that game. We're just going to play the game of finding a nice tilted square for green. So if green's going to go for a tilted square, you think red would have learned by now, but green's going to go for a tilted square because green likes that game. So green's going to start here. So red's going to go along the middle. Red's going, okay, cool. I'm going to go here. I'm going to make a nice square there. And green goes, that's okay. I can do that. I'm going to go here. I don't mind. That's fine. It's going to stop you from going there. And red goes, this is great. Oh, man, I'm going to so make a square now. So red goes here and green goes, okay, right, we better stop red. We'll stop red now. There we go. And then red goes, rightio, we'll better go up here. And green goes, oh, my goodness, will you stop already? Because I want to actually make some progress here. Not so easy this time. So red now says, I'm going to go over here. And green goes, I really want to put my piece over there, but I've got to stop red from making a square, and then I can go and make my tilted square. And red goes, I don't think so. Where is red going to go now? We've got the nod. We've got the nod from Rose. We know where we want to go. So red is going to go here, 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 here. Who's won? Has red won? Has anybody won? What if red goes there? Now it's not a tilted square. It's a normal square. It's the square that you used to see from when you were little, although I very seriously believe that all squares should be shown as tilted so that everybody realizes that's still a square. So red won that time. Green was so bent on doing a tilted square that green lost sight of the goal. So play for fun, which I do all the time, and think to win. Now, where was green's tilted square? 1, 2, 3, down, 1 across. 1, 2, 3, down, 1 across. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 across. And if we join them together, that was what green was aiming for. But red foiled him. Red had the upper hand. Now, having that one in the middle might be useful. So that's 3 of the games that, as I say, find all the tilted squares, find all the tilted squares of the different sizes, and keep exploring. So the next one's the 16 by 16. Really? 6 by 6, 36 dots, and systematically draw them much better than I have. You can use just square paper, that makes it a lot easier, and use nice thin pens. I'm using thick pens so that you can see on the screen. So that's what we're doing today, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do a session for the littlies in 45 minutes. So if you're 4 or 5 or even 6, we're going to play a dot game, making squares. Basically, it's all about finding the squares. That's all we're going to do. So do that. Come and join us, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know we're saying this on Facebook, but please subscribe to our YouTube channels. And that is Bubbly Maths and Maths Toys. And the links for those are in the announcements above and the description below. And also the AIMSEC Facebook page is also a great place to go. So this is being hosted by Bubbly Maths. And I'm Caroline from Bubbly Maths, and we are here to help with people learning at home. So I hope you like the resource. The link to the resource is in the comments below. So please, now there's a lot more to it than that. And on Monday morning, we're going to be looking at the actual maths behind it. FYI, that's 9 o'clock Monday morning. But in the meantime, over the weekend, we're playing 10 o'clock. Now, 8 o'clock tonight, that's London time. In the morning at 9 o'clock again, London time, we're going to play the game again because it's always different people. And then 10 o'clock tomorrow, there's a show. There is a Bubbly Maths show. And guess what we're going to be doing during the Bubbly Maths show? We're going to be using squares, but squares using soap bubbles and balloons. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. Wait a minute. Did I say soap bubbles and squares in the same sentence? Interesting. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to have a look at the live, see if anybody, oh, Helen. Hello, Helen. Hello, Andy. Hi, Henrik. Pindi. Hello, Pindi, all the way from South Africa. And Margaret as well. Oh, the wonderful Margaret. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to see you all. And thank you for joining us, and I'll see you on the next live. Now I've got to find my live so I can end the live, and I don't want to launch Discord again. There we go, Zoom. I'm finishing with Zoom. Thank you very much. See you at 10 if you'd like to join us.